What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's the first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, this is big news coming out of the nation's capital. This news supposedly happened last night, and before I jump into it, I want to say something. I said it's a matter of time with the way crime is running rampant with carjackings and people breaking in and taking stuff and people getting victimized at all-time highs. It's only a matter of time before those binds of destruction reach certain people, and then we'll see what happens when they become aware that normal, everyday citizens are being targeted and they don't see it from looking down in the high castle. Well, you're starting to see that. This lady over here is the president's granddaughter, Joe Biden's granddaughter. Her name is Naomi Biden Neal. Supposedly last night, Secret Service agents shot at some carjackers trying to take her vehicle. Now, it's not known if she was in the vehicle or not, but it's a reality that a lot of us face. And don't affect us until it affects us. So let's see what happens now. Luckily, nobody was hurt on their end, but don't be surprised if arrests are made in the next 72 hours for some odd reason. Let's look at this video and come back and talk a little bit about it. Check it out.
As NBC News correspondent Aaron Gilchrist. Aaron, so there's been a spike in carjackings and thefts in D.C. Do we know if this was related to just that general problem, or do we think it was related to something involving the first family more deliberately?
Well, Andrea, there's no indication that this was related to the first family in particular. You're right. There has been a tremendous uptick in the number of carjackings and car thefts here in the district in the last several months. But as we know about what happened last night, it was a little before midnight when some Secret Service agents encountered someone breaking a window of a vehicle that was parked, a Secret Service vehicle that was parked and unoccupied. As we understand it, there were potentially 2 to 3 people involved in this incident. And during that encounter, one of those Secret Service agents fired their service weapon. We don't believe that anyone was hit at that time. And then these people took off in a red car, is the alert that the Secret Service gave to the D.C. Police Department. And the Secret Service made it a point to say that there were no protectees who were threatened by what happened. We know, obviously, that this detail was a group that was assigned to the president's granddaughter, Naomi Biden Neal. We don't know whether she was nearby or even aware that this incident had happened. Again, as you say, this is something that we're seeing more and more of across the District of Columbia in the last several months. We know that Texas Congressman Henry Cuellar was carjacked earlier this year in the Navy Yard area, sort of between the Navy Yard and the Capitol. And so this is something that has gotten the attention of a lot of people, obviously, and it's something that the D.C. Police Department in particular, Andrea, is having to contend with as it relates to carjackings and car thefts.
Yeah, and I believe a woman member of Congress earlier was also carjacked. Aaron Gilchrist, thank you so much for being on that story.
All right, guys, I'm going to point out 2 things. The first thing is this. They said it was an apparent carjacking. For it to be a carjacking, somebody got to be in the car. They slipped up and said she wasn't in the car. Nobody was in the car. You see how the media played that? A carjacking is only when they take the car from somebody in said vehicle that they trying to quote unquote carjack. Breaking into the car, that's theft. Or trying to steal a car. They were trying to steal a car. She wasn't in the car. You see what I'm saying? Said they opened fire. And this happened totally 12 o'clock at night. They opened fire on the people and missed. I'd have fired them just because of that. You Secret Service. Supposedly 3 people. Possibly a 4th. They ran them off. They got in the red car and zoomed off. Like I said, in 72 hours, watch they find somebody and have them right in front of the news. They plastered this thing as if the stuff down here affecting all of us is up there affecting them. Nah, ain't nobody buying that. Now, taking the vehicle and all that stuff still is not warranted. You know what I mean? And it should have been dealt with. You know what I mean? If something happened, they got blasted out there, I wouldn't feel nothing for them because, I mean, this is one of the things people do nowadays. And it's stupid. Let it be a warning to you. A lot of times you're running up on these people in these cars, you don't know what they got or who they are. And you picking your poison. I look at it like this. Anybody that goes up there and do that type of stuff is ready to die at any minute anyway. Don't let the chips fall where they may. But yeah, back to this story, man. This whole thing only made news because it was Joe Biden's granddaughter, his oldest granddaughter at that. But I'm telling you, they mentioned that a couple of other Congress people or whatever got carjacked. I don't think that's high enough. It's going to have to go higher than that to where it start hitting people like vice presidents and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm only just naming in title where I'm saying, like, you know, somebody of real big importance that's known in the media and stuff, to where something happens to somebody they know or love, where it can make a big story, and then they realize, you know what, it is a problem. Let's take care of it. Because it just seems like that to me, that the higher ups can't see that far down. They see a bunch of scrambling. They just think that's how the peasants do. But all in all, man, nobody got hurt. But it's a reality that's out here, you know, and maybe when they get tired of it, because I mean, think about this. This stuff is going so crazy right now. You got people running up in stores, just taking what they want. Now they're not even running no more. They walking in and walking out. And if you pay attention to some of the stuff they taking, it is not worth going to jail. It's like they doing it just to do it. Be recorded on social media. Look at me. I'm doing crazy stuff. I don't know, man. They need to change a lot of these reforms on these crimes and on these thefts. Theft right now is like the popular thing to do. They're publicizing it on social media all the time. And people, more and more people want to be a part of that. Hey, it would be nice to run up in a store and grab whatever I want. All right. We'll mess around and find out. But anyway, that's the video. Just came out an hour ago. And I'll start off with that one. That'd be my first one for the day. But I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Take care. Oh, yeah. And one more thing. Before I leave out, let me add this. The Friday night live stream coming up this week, I have the stories already. Usually it takes me a while during the week to come up, you know, with all of the stories and remember some things from the past. Luckily, I got them all set up. So remember, Friday nights, every Friday night, those of you that are new to the channel, those of you that still have not looked at one of my live streams, try to make sure you go and make it there. It starts at 7 o'clock Central Time. 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And it's something that you might not want to miss because, I mean, it's a little break from the normal. What I usually do on here, we have a lot of fun. We laugh, we joke. Give you a chance to meet me and understand who I am besides some dude just on here talking about stuff on the internet. And everybody that watched it has enjoyed it so far. I ain't never had no complaints. So make sure you stay tuned Friday. Put a note in your phone or on your calendar. It's something you might not want to miss. See you in the next video and take care.